Alright, we are back again. Doing some more of this coding practice. It did take a week break, and I think I'm going to make 4 of these videos this week if I can. All about 2 hours long, so we're going to get through all of this practice, and we're going to start another section. We're going to get through all of this practice probably today or tomorrow. We're going to start another section. Probably going to go to Java just to knock that one out, and then probably going to skip back to SQL because that's I believe that's the one that's similar to JavaScript and Java. Alright, so we're going to jump back in. Negative everything. I got my energy drink. I got my chicken and pasta. I got my music. So that you never leave. Alright, write the function negative, which takes an array of numbers and returns an array where all of those numbers are negatives. So for example, blah blah blah, they all return negative. Okay, so whoa. Sorry, my eyes are having a stroke. Alright, so we're just gonna jump in the map, and then we're gonna do n is equal or greater than negative math.abs n is greater than the absolute value of n. I believe that's what ABS is. We found out you would be my everything. Basically, all we did there was we're returning the input of the array mapped out, and as long as n is greater than or equal to the negative value, setting n equal to the negative value of the negative absolute value of n. I don't know why that couldn't come out of my mouth. Never regret. My mind is racing. I don't know what that was. Give me just a second. See if I can fix that. Everything bad, stab me in the back. There we go. Even then you left me in the dark. Write the sum function, which returns the sum of all numbers in an array. You can assume there are only numbers in the array, but not that the array is empty. If the array is empty, you should return 0. For example, 1, 2, 3 equals 6, sum equals 0. Alright, return the array, reduce. I missed. God, I keep missing. I think that works in this. Where I go, to the unknown, my life. I'm missing every button right now. Marie. Excuse me. Alright. So basically what happened is reduce walks through the array, adding each number to a running total. And then the second argument, 0, ensures that if the array is empty, the result is a 0. Simple. Basic arrays. Alright. Next we got the repeats function, which returns true if an element appears more than once in an array. False if otherwise repeats. True, false. Repeated numbers, letters. Alright, so we're gonna make constant scene equals new set. Oops. And then for constant item of array. Oh, I did that backwards. That would have pissed me off for a while. If I'd have missed that, I'd been like, what the heck is going on? Yeah, but no, we're good. I caught myself. I will love when you walk in the room. Celebrate tomorrow, see it all around. Any attention that we found. Alright. What we're doing is we're making the constant scene. The set keeps track of what we've already encountered. The moment we see the same value twice, it's returned true. And if we finish the loop, the for loop, without the for loop, which goes through the entire length of the array, if it doesn't happen, then it returns false. If it does happen, it equals true. And then this add, it just equals, makes sure the item we have seen once, and then once it equals 2, once the item equals 2, it counts itself as true. I don't want anything to do with you, your friends or your family. Alright. Write the function double the odds, which doubles any odd numbers in an array. You can assume there are only numbers in the array, but that the array isn't empty. I don't defend your games no more. Far away from me. I don't want anything to do with you, your friends or your family. Oh, you're both going to look back. I forgot the space. Play in my heart. I'm done with that. Oops. Isn't it beautiful? Enjoy being damn hurtful. I think. Yep. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're mapping out those numbers to transform each number. If a number is odd, the remainder divided by 2 doesn't equal 0, because we have to check if it's 0, because we can't assume. And then we double it, and if it's even, we leave it as is. So if the remainder divided by 2 is 0, if the remainder divided by 2 isn't 0, you double it, and if it's 0, it just doesn't count. Simple. Ish. I'm done with that. Alright. Next we got write no repeats, which returns an array without repeated elements. You'll need to keep everything in the same order. No repeats. 1, 2, 3, etc. We'll do constant scene for set again. Remake that. Can't find the key on my keyboard. Oops. Oh, no, I did that way wrong. Backwards. Wow, I'm dumb. You was your worst. Tell me where it hurts. It's me. To know that I'll never be. You call, please get back. Oops. Oops, we know I trade bell, trail Christ. Forward and 2 steps back. Left you you took the best of me. Not enough for you. You stole the best of me. The best of me just won't do. Lost inside your memory. Who I was when I loved you. I love me for the best of me. Makes the best of me exactly you. Alright, so what we're doing here, we set the set is what we've already seen, just like before, and we only push the element the first time we see it, because we iterate left or right to make sure it stays in order like it was specified. We need to keep everything in the same order, and then once it goes through the entire array, if it takes out all the extra items, pushing one item at a time, returning the result in the correct order at the end. Alright, I rearranged the lines to build a JavaScript program that counts how many frogs have jumped more than 30 centimeters. Jumps are stored in this array. Final output, long jumps 3. Variable names are generic, only one order is correct. I do the one without any variables first. Yeah. Alright, we do the two without variables first, and then we do the variable with the another variable in it next, and then we do for if y++, close that, and I think console goes at the end and not in the for loop. Oop, wrong button. Your memory, who I was when I had you. Why wouldn't that be first? I don't know. Actually, that should be here, shouldn't it? Aha! Alright, so you set the array, which is this array over here. It's x, you set y as 0, and then for the length of I being less than yada yada, is less than 30, because it's 30 centimeters. You add 1 to y for the length of the loop. I just messed something up. For the length of the loop, and then after the for loop is completed, it says let z equals long jumps plus the number that y is set equal to after all of the additions, and then it just logs z at the end. We gotta turn the lights off, 'cause all I see is your face. Alright, rearrange the code blocks to complete a function that takes an array of numbers and returns the largest number in the array. Function find max. For other girls driving her and her and her, ain't nobody love me like you did. I said I could kiss a girl, not pretend the lips of yours. Then I'm in, only one is gone. Oh, you did me wrong, girl, but what makes it worse? You ruined me for other girls. You ruined me for other girls. Just like you did to me. Just what you started, heartless. Her and her, ain't nobody love me like you did. I said I can kiss a girl, not pretend the lips of yours. I don't know the pieces that I made. Only one that won, only one that's gone. The only did me wrong, girl, but what makes it worse? You ruined me for other girls. Ruin me for other girls. I don't know. Ruin me for other girls. Driving her and her and her. Ain't nobody love me like you did. Oh no, that was right. I think that's right. This is the last song I write about you. Which means that does need to be moved back. That needs to be moved back. Alright, so define the function, set the variable at max for the length of, if this is true, max equals blob, and then return max at the end. Beautiful. I've been alright, yeah, but you showed me better. Complete a function that takes an array of numbers and returns the total sum of all elements. Do not use built-in array methods. If in 10 years' time I'm still on your mind, would you call and say you want this? No matter where we are, you still have my heart, 'cause I logged it, and I promise you're the locksmith. Set it. Okay, so that's pretty easy. You set the variable for loop plus equals returned at the end. Nobody feels like you do. It's not good. Whoa. You showed me bad. Alright. Rearrange the code blocks to implement a custom map function that takes an array and a callback function, applies the callback to each element, and returns a new array of results. This time I'm still on your mind. Would you call it? Alright, you set result to the blank array for the length of yada yada. Transformed equals callback, and then you push the transformed number, return the result at the end. Focus as if in 10 years' time I'm still on your mind. Write a function, last difference at one. It takes one parameter, numbers, an array of at least two numbers. The function should return the result of subtracting the second to last element from the last element in the array. And I promise that you're the locksmith. If I just tell anybody else, it makes me hard as hell. It's hard to tell. No one left to call, so I call myself. Wait till you ever say on. And never say one. If you ever see me smiling, it's a fake one. Cause I'm really trying to leave. Even night, cause all these thoughts keep me awake. Cause I can't chase. Nope, I missed. I didn't miss his head a break. I have to say, which kind of reels. Hey, that's just how it is. Basically, all we did was define the last and second to last number, which is, and then just subtracted them, which is exactly what it asked for. Babe. Alright. Write a function, count evens, that takes one parameter, numbers. Array of integers. The function should return the count of even numbers in the array. It feels like we've gone back in time. easier stuff. See, that's just how it is. All available. And then for remainder of n divided by 2 equals 0. All these stuff keep me awake. We define count as 0, and then we do for the for loop n of numbers, and then if and the remainder of n divided by 2 is 0, we add 1, and then we return the count. It's the overall count of numbers, that is, in the array. Oh. Ow. On my back. Alright. Write a function get top left that takes one parameter, matrix, a 2D array of numbers. The function should return the number located at the top left corner of the matrix, row 0, column 1, column 0. An angel, but you left me in scars. Do it all away. Nothing kills the pain. I think I've done this once. I don't remember. I think I remember it being just really short and weird. Was it that? Oops. It was it. Okay. It's just the top left element is always row 0, column 0, since the problem guarantees a 2D array. Matrix 0, 0 is safe. That is the answer. Really glad that was it, because otherwise I'd have no idea what to do for a minute. I'd have to go searching. Alright, create a function dragon more that takes a oh yeah, we're in I guess we're not in anything. It takes a string roar and an integer repetition. The function should return the string roar repeated repetition time separated by spaces. If roar contains the word fire, return prepare for battle instead of the repeated roar. Alright, so we're gonna do if I added a space. Innocent. In all the days I was just calling quiz and giving me all that I could need with missing me. You could be alone, go do all messages. And no space, no capital. As I was hurting you. Oh God, I'm sorry. Push you to hell. You tried to love me when I hated myself. I know it's too late. Apologies. Mistakes that I didn't see. Blame's on me. I have to look up at the screen to figure out how to spell repetitions. Wow. Cliche. Just go away. Any pain. You're sleeping in the bed I made next to an empty space. God God, I hit the wrong button again. I hit enter instead of freaking space. Please. Zombie. What are you mad about exactly? Once the 21st century, love, take a seat. What is that? I don't care. 31. I literally don't have a code 31. 13. Bruh. Crap. Bro. I'm gonna come back to that one. Let me duplicate this page. Bruh. Why am I on that page? It's quite literally not what I'm on, bro. What? Okay. I don't know what's going on with Google right now. That's interesting. I guess we're just never gonna see that again. Why'd you leave me? Conditionals level 2. Here we go. Much better. Let me go. I keep waiting. Write a function can adopt a pet that takes 3 parameters: age, an integer, has home, a boolean, and has experience. A boolean return true if the person is at least 21 years old and has a home. If the person is between 18 and 20 years old, they must have both a home and prior experience to be eligible. If all other cases, return false. Alright. I don't know why they keep doing that if write code here. It's like, duh. Everything we did, it was all for nothing. Oops. Memories of food and night, yeah, over and over again. I'll be thinking about you all night long. I had these pictures of you on my phone. Ever feel the mess you made? How could you make it better off? Could you see? Okay. I can't find buttons on my keyboard right now. That story, baby, you got me. Alright. You said equals 21. Greater than or equal to 21 has home. Greater than or equal to 18, but less than or equal to 20 has home and has experience, and if not, false. Just 2 if statements. Got me. Alright, yeah, wow, that's big. That's a lot of words. You're helping program a vending machine that sells snacks. Each snack has a different price depending on its type and size. Use the chart below determined in cents. Chips, chocolate cookies. Write a function, get snack prices that takes it in the type of snack and the size and returns corresponding price. If the combination is valid, return -1. The function should take 2 parameters, dash type, dash size. It should return an integer representing the snack price. Alright, so this is just going to be a whole lot of repetition. I'm probably going to copy and paste and just... One negative thing about a big crosshair, dude. Keeps getting in my way. I can't see anything. Please stop calling. You've been dishonest. I've been through enough to face promise, scars and traumas. Put me through enough. Enough with ya. And wave away from all the lies. And it's time for me to rise again, yeah. Haven't even wasted all my time. Should tell another one goodbye again, yeah. I got too many times I had to get the best of me. They get another chance with me. Into enough. Finding out of love. Shut me down, yeah, last time I trust. They thought I said it's really a bluff. Please stop calling you. Why are all these C words, by the way? Promise, scars and traumas. You put me through enough. Yeah. I think that's it. I was wrong. That's not it. In my head, I'm replaying the same one. You're playing the same one. Why is it returning -1 no matter what? Let it go. Let me be. I'm on my own. Sick of you. Ooh, 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 ooh. Don't you think I've been through enough? You're falling in out of love. Then yeah, I lost some trust. Do enough. Please face promise, scars and traumas. Put me through enough. Oh, no. With ya, yeah. Race back on and you've been dishonest. Aha. I just forgot to set them all equal to no capital letters to make sure there's no issues. Alright. Each student locker is protected by a 3-digit access code. To improve security, your system checks whether digits follow this rule. Your first number must be even, the second must be greater than 3, and the third must not equal the first. Write a function, code is invalid, code is valid, it takes 3 digits and returns true. If the code passes all checks, false if otherwise. To return a Boolean value. With that other guy, how are we? Tell me we were just friends. Oh wait, my sense. That's caps lock. Beautiful. Just define them all, and if they all are true, it says true. If it doesn't, it's false. Alright, I'm gonna be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry if it took me so long. Oh, ow. Hurt my arm. Ow. All right. All right, we're going to hop back into alien language detected. Write a function, count alien words that takes one parameter words. In an array of strings, a word is considered an alien word if it starts with the letter Z or ends with the letter X. Return the number alien words in the array. Oh, excuse me. All right, so we're going to let count equal. Also, I've been drinking caffeine, so I'm going to be a little shaky for a minute. I take it back. I'm just going to be on hyperdrive and hell, like super out of whack. Okay. Where is the... Jesus. Oh, that was the right. Jesus. All I feel is numbness. Why is that unexpected? Stab me in the back. Horcus. Hit me out my head. Better off that. Oh, that's the wrong one. Hit me why? Oh, it's that. There we go. All right, so basically, starts with Z or ends with an X. Increase the counter by 1. For the alien language. Oh, I just bumped my back. All right. Oh Jesus, you stumbled on a digital locker, the 40-digit combination lock. To open it, you have to try each possible digit from 0 to 9 for each position, one at a time. Starting from 0, the locker unlocks itself when you all mesh 4. Write a function, find unlocks attempts that receives 4 digits of a secret code. For each digit, it simulates trying numbers from 0 upwards until it finds the correct one, counting how many attempts it takes in total to crack the full code. 4 parameters, it should return the total number of button presses needed to unlock the locker. Every time you return into a regret. Alright, let total equal 0. Yeah, that is not a semicolon. I'm gonna copy and paste this because it's just gonna be this over and over again, it looks like. I believe at least. And then we're just gonna have to change some stuff. Okay. Actually, we're gonna change the way I copied and pasted that so I don't have to. Oh, there's only 4. I'm an idiot. Okay, so that is 2. Crap. I don't have arrow keys on my keyboard, man. That is a 5. That is a 3. That is a 4. There we go. I did that wrong. Oops. Let's see if this works. See you around. Alright, I'm an idiot. You just add them all together. They make it seem super complicated in the amount of words, but no, it is not complicated. Alright, you're trying to wake up, but you keep hitting the snooze button. Alarm rings at minute 0 and then rings again every interval. Minutes, which decreases by 1 each time, but not below 1 minute. Write a function, counts alarms within 60 minutes. How many times it rings within 60 minutes? It's me, just don't want to get up. Keep hitting the snooze. Me too, brother, me too. Oops. Okay, find the 0 button. Thank you. Oh, I forgot the semicolon on that. If you haven't noticed, every time I miss a button, I just don't even look at on the keyboard. I just keep guessing until I find it. Symbol for a second. Never won. So we set the time and current count equal to 0. Current is equal to interval. So while the time is less than 60 minutes, the count goes up for how many times it rings, and then time is plus or equal to the current. And then current, if the current is ever greater than 1, or as long as the current is greater than 1, it subtracts 1 each time, and then return 0. I've had enough of you playing my heart. I'm done with that. Fireworks show runs a certain number of minutes. Each minute, a varying number of fireworks exploded based on a simple rule. For every minute, there are minute number times intensity number of fireworks. Writing a function, total fireworks, that simulates the show minute by minute and calculates how many total fireworks explode. The function should take one parameter, intensity, integer. It should be return the total number of fireworks over the 6-minute show. You're far away from me, 'cause I don't want anything to do with you, your friends and your family. Same button for a second. God. And the night, where's eyes? Beautiful. Total equal to 0, and then for let minute equal 1, as long as minute is less than or equal to 6. Minute gets added to 1, and then the total is minute times intensity for how many fireworks. I'm done with Sage has 4 rows of lights. Each row has a certain number of lights that flash in a pattern. Lights flash in a checker style in the row. If the row number and light are both even and odd, light flashes. Write a function that calculates how many lights flash. The light should take on 1 per minute. Should return the total number of flashing lights. 2 steps back. You left, you took the best of me. Enough for you. I was when I had you. Drinking. Nothing works to know that I'll never be. From your days, hours anyway. It looks like. Oh, I missed. Crap. It's not enough for you. He just do. Still do. I do a little repair work because I'm an idiot. Beautiful. So I said total equal to 0, row equals 1. As long as row is less than or equal to 4, you add 1 to row. And then for light equals 1, as long as light is less than or equal to lights per row, add 1. And then constant row is even as long as it's divisible by 2, divisible by 2. And then if it is divisible by 2 and divisible by 2, add, etc. Me like it did. Elevator travels 5 floors. On each floor, people get off one by one. Each person weighs 60 kilograms. The elevator has a max limit. If at any point the weight exceeds the limit, the elevator stops loading. Write a function people until overload that determines how many people can enter before the max weight is reached. You just take one parameter. Max weight should return the number of people who have successfully entered. That's off cause that's highly unrealistic, but okay. Not every person's gonna win the same. But that doesn't matter. You know you want for other girls, shouting her and her and her. Me like you did. It's a girl and I pretend her lips are yours. You ruined me for other girls. I know I'm hurting this person just like you did to me. No, it's my bottle is instead I be. No, I promise, look is what you started. It's heartless, you ruined me for other girls. Dropping her. Like you did. Beautiful. So we set total people to 0, current weight to 0. Current weight is added 60 for each time, as long as it's below or equal to the max weight. And then the current weight is positive or negative, plus or equal to 60. And then total people gets added 1 each time this loop goes through, and then returns total people once the while loop is completed. You and me for other girls, I've been hiring her. A hacker is trying to brute force a 2-digit lock code. The code is made of 2 digits, first and second. The hacker tries all combinations 0 to 9 for each digit, but stops early if they find the right pair. Right, the function attempts to crack to return how many combinations were attempted. Should return the total number of combinations tried until the correct one was found. You do too. You were all that I wanted. You know that you still are. Alright, I gotta admit, cybersecurity helped with this one a little bit. If the code is 1 digit each, like say 3 and 4, first digits 0, 1, 2, 3, etc., is times 10. And then the second digits is 4 or 5 attempts, total equals 35. So basically, you go through the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 until you hit the right one. You find the right first number, or I'm wrong. You start with 1 and 1 as first and second, then you go 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, and then you just keep going through because there's 100 different possible combinations, I believe, out of 10 to 10. I could be wrong. It's forever. All right, that was the end of, go back. That is the end of iteration 1, level 2, so I'm going to call that for the day. Next time we'll finish recursion 2 and start another one. Thank you for anybody stopping by. If you want to, if any of this helped, hit the like button. If you have a question about any type of coding, not just JavaScript, go ahead and leave a comment down below, and I will work through that to see if I can find an answer for you. Thank you for anybody stopping by. I'll be here for a little bit. So thank you, everybody. Have a good day.